What's good, YouTube? Feel me? We're watching the documentary about Ken Carson. If you want to see more videos like this or other videos besides music reactions, bro, you can go to my other channel. It's gonna be in the description. It's gonna be just cozy for real. Yeah. If you got anything, if you got any suggestions of what I should listen to or what I should do on this channel, put it in my, feel me? In my socials. DM me on socials. That's what I meant to say. Let's watch the video. Let's get into it.
Don't fuck with that. I don't know, man. It's just
Ken Carson must have had
generic, you know, just like something that just plays while I'm playing a game that somebody just throws in the queue.
I know your chat is gonna hate me, Bob, but bro, I do not understand the hype over Ken Carson. Like, I tried to listen to that album and I just couldn't. Like,
Patrick CC said that.
I understand the hype over Ken Carson.
I didn't even know.
Like, I tried to listen to that album and I just couldn't. Like,
he's not even Teen X. Fuck him.
Nah, he is Teen X. Now he's no X-Men. He's X-Men now.
Frazier, who's better known by his stage name Ken Carson, has one of the most inspiring come-up stories in today's underground music scene.
I don't even know. I knew he used to be around with Thug in him. I knew that for sure.
Although he's recently been getting the recognition he's long deserved, he's actually been making moves for far longer than that. From producing with 808 Mafia, having his SoundCloud deleted by an ex-girlfriend, to
What? His SoundCloud got deleted by an ex-girlfriend? Nah, that's some real hating shit. That's some real hating shit. Like, that's really hating shit.
from producing with 808
To delete
Mafia,
somebody's SoundCloud, like, that's crazy, man.
having his SoundCloud deleted by an ex-girlfriend, to then signing with Playboi Carti's Opium and helping forge one of the most popular sounds in today's music. But it wasn't easy.
That nigga filthy, just like, that nigga just makes some beats, like, I don't know if he's fucking while he makes the beats or like, I don't know what happened, or like, that nigga just, his beats are just like hard as shit. What's good, Caps?
Kenyatta was born April 11th,
What's the name? Kenyatta something. It's Kenyatta something. I forgot, bro.
Like most of us, growing up his interest at the time
That look like Bruce.
consisted of watching WWE, different animes, and the Boondocks. But he also enjoyed reading mangas and comic books, most notably the X-Men comics that would actually become a big part of his branding a decade later in his music career.
X-Men, that's
Most notably the X-Men comics that would actually
tough.
become a big part of his branding a decade later in his music career. When he wasn't enjoying these forms of entertainment,
That nigga Kenyatta, man.
hip-hop music. Lil Wayne and Soulja Boy would be the artists that helped him find his love for the genre, and his mom
Lil Wayne and Soulja Boy. I ain't gonna lie, that's two definitely type goats. I ain't gonna
also
lie.
put him on a Future back when he was still dropping mixtapes like Dirty Sprite. Although finding his passion for
Wait, what happened?
Future, Wayne and Soulja Boy would be the artists that helped him find his love for the genre, and his mom also put him on a Future back when he was still dropping mixtapes like Dirty Sprite.
Dirty Sprite was a good mixtape, bro.
Although finding his passion for music at an early age was a blessing, none of this would help when it came to attending school. As early as 10 years old, he was already getting into frequent fights. But unlike most
But who didn't fight at 10 years old? Like, who didn't fight, bro? Let's be real.
fighting other students, he was fighting his teachers.
Hold on, this nigga's a demon. Fighting teachers? I would never fight a teacher, bro. I feel like teachers are so underpaid, bro. It's like, I don't even want to cause a problem with them. But like, I would cause a problem with them, but I wouldn't do nothing to them. Like, they're so underpaid, bro.
Slapped my teacher when I was 10. I slapped my teacher when I was 10.
His time spent in school was not for nothing though.
He look a little zesty here,
Like
but he look
most
rich.
of us, he began creating a social circle in middle school. And through this, he would eventually become close with someone we now know as
Lil 88 is a WW DJ, bro. He's a good ass DJ.
Lil 88. Lil 88 would become a crucial friend when it came to connections. Having a lot in common, the two would become close over time. And through a FaceTime call, Lil 88 would reveal to Ken that his cousin was actually the well-known super producer TM88. At this point,
TM88? What?
having a lot in common, the two would become close over time. And through a FaceTime call, Lil 88 would reveal to Ken
That nigga Ken Carson been had that shit on.
that his cousin was
Facts.
actually the well-known super producer TM88. At this point, Ken had already started experimenting with a few songs, so that same
Ken Carson need to get back skinny, bro. He looks so fine. Skinny. Pause. Pause. My fault. My fault.
Lil 88 and TM88 in the studio. It was here that he would be introduced to Southside and some of the other members
808 Mafia,
of
Southside.
808
Token.
Mafia. This was obviously a huge stepping stone for someone this young to be able to network with producers and artists of this caliber. Hanging around more often, he would eventually be left.
When did y'all find out about Ken Carson? I found out about Ken Carson, I'll say 2021.
Enough to sit in on studio
Or like middle 2021 or like almost in type shit.
sessions with people like Young Thug, Travis Scott, and even Playboy Cardi. While this is happening, he was still trying to.
I found out about him then, but I never actually listened to I listened to probably like one or two songs, but I never actually like listened to him type shit.
balance a proper school life, but it wasn't going so well. At 15, he dropped out and was sent to a military school, but he eventually got kicked out of that as well for FaceTiming girls. He ended up completing
Nigga's a pussy magnet.
his GED
Can't help
and
it.
graduate early instead and never looked back. Being so well connected in Atlanta's hip-hop scene, he had already proved to himself he could accomplish great things if he kept going. Surprisingly, at this time, he was actually more focused on fashion than his music. Around 2016, he created an Instagram account under the name Boy Barbie Carson. Here, along with his Twitter, he started showcasing a lot of his designer and fit pics. Not much traction came from this, but as we know, it would help mold his brand later down the road. At this time, he was becoming a big fan of
Nigga
Playboy
been putting
Cardi's
that shit
music,
on.
enough so that he would end up flying to LA to attend a show of his. During the show, Ken ended up getting in a fight with another person, and he got kicked out. But this is where things get interesting.
It's like every time that nigga gets a cut, he looks sexier. I don't know. I think that's like it happens to everybody, though.
Because Ken had already met Playboy Cardi in a studio session the year before, he was personally given a wristband and welcomed back to the show. This would ultimately be the beginning of their relationship to come. Nothing would happen right away, but the connection was there. Ken had a new motivation to focus more on his music. His first official upload was in 2016 and it's titled 32. Surprisingly, this was followed up by his first ever blog post being written about him, a huge win for someone with a low following. But it was clear early on
That's
he was going
fire.
to become somebody. Throughout the following year, he didn't officially release much music, or at least that we know about. Sometime in 2017, his SoundCloud account was deleted, along with any music that was posted to
Dumb ass bitch. Fuck that bitch. Whoever did it, dumb ass bitch, bro.
it. When asked about this, Ken stated that his ex-girlfriend deleted it after finding out he cheated. But fans
So, well, can't blame her. Well, can't blame her.
have speculated this may have just been his way of resetting and starting fresh, since he had been building that connection with Cardi in the background.
Before somebody had deleted my SoundCloud, this girl I used to talk to, she had deleted my SoundCloud, so I had to like make some shit and put some shit out.
Regardless, this reset would prove worth it in the long run. It wasn't until 2018 that we started seeing more consistent drops with singles like Fall Back and Fold. It also helped that production from 808 Mafia was being showcased even early in his career. It's hard to skip a song when you see the beat is by some of hip-hop's most notable producers. Needless to say, Fold was a success.
BK. Talk
gained some
no.
internet publicity and a few
BK is so fun, bro.
By now, he still hadn't released any kind of full-length project though, which might have been why
You know, she has her little phases, bro. She has her little. For me, she's like a stud, basically. For real, for real. She be having her. For me, be having her moments. She be girly girl, then she for me, yeah.
he wasn't getting recognized. In February of 2019, he tweeted this message stating his first tape, Boy Barbie, would be dropping next month, but it never came. In fact, despite posting the track list and all, it wouldn't come for an entire year. But once again, there's probably a good explanation for this, and it all leads back to Playboy Cardi. As we mentioned before, the two had been building a relationship behind the scenes for quite a while. Around the same time, Cardi had been mentioning he planned on starting his own label called Opium. And although nothing was official yet, it's now safe to say they were probably having conversations about it, as it was later revealed and he was in fact the first artist to sign under the label.
And now Opium is literally one of the best. Opium's literally one of the best labels out right now, bro. They got Lil 88. He's the DJ. That nigga's a great DJ. He might talk a little too much, but he's a great DJ. Who else? You got Lone. We're not going to talk about Homicide Gang, but Homicide Gang's still hard. And you got Carson, bro. That's four niggas I know so far. We know about that spiked hair nigga that Bearberry or some shit like that, Blackberry or some shit. That's his name. Like I know about that nigga, but he's not an artist. Those are the 4 artists I know on that label, and all of them are doing good. All of them are doing good. All of them, bro. It's crazy. Opium's literally gonna be big. They just need to sign Hard Rock. Hard Rock needs to go on Opium. I don't know. Like, if Hard Rock is on Opium, I feel like it's gonna be a whole different wave too.
During this long stretch of time, you could tell he took a different approach to his music and social medias. His newly formed SoundCloud was made, and along with it, a new persona. This would all lead up to his most important year overall, 2020.
Nah, I'm realizing it. Nah, I'm seeing it. I definitely heard about him around my birthday, 2021, around my birthday. 2021, not 2020.
2020 would be the year most people would start doing their research on Ken. Photos of him with Cardi and other big named artists was building a lot of buzz around his name. Who is he? Why is he with Cardi? These were the questions everyone wanted answers to, and ultimately they would get them soon enough, but that was really all part of the plan. On April 16, 2020,
Yeah, I found out with him like summer 2021. Definitely summer
his
2021.
Boy Barbie project was finally
Definitely, bro.
released, and it would be his first full-length tape. Although it was only 6 tracks long, it featured artists like Lil Yachty and Lancey Foe. With this bringing him an additional small buzz, he immediately started to tease his next project on Instagram. More notably, his single Yale was getting a lot of hype for its release. Shortly after, in August, the project Teen X popped up. The thing that made this stand out in the underground was once again the strong production behind it, something he's always had from the start. But this time, instead of working with trap producers,
Yeah, I can't lie. His production is like, I can't lie. Whoever produced the nigga beats, bro, he has great beat selection.
production behind it, something he's always had from the start. But this time, instead of working with trap producers like 808 Mafia, he teamed up with Starboy and Out of Town, who are known for the subgenre of hyperpop. Together with Ken, they created their own unique sound, and that would play a large role in his career moving forward. With Yale still doing numbers, he finally had his first underground hit. Today, the song has over 4 million plays, but things really went crazy just a few months after that when he was featured on Playboy Cardi's Whole Lotta Red, getting production credits for the song Beano. This gave him all the momentum he needed.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know Ken Carson literally got production credits on Yale. I mean, on fucking Beano. Ken Carson got production credits on Beano. I never knew that shit, bro. It's really because I never look at production credits. Unless it's like a very small underground nigga, then I look at that nigga's beats.
And a large fan base was finally
I didn't even know that.
in 2021. Not holding back, he went crazy this year, dropping 4 different projects, starting with Lost Files, then following it up with Teen X Relapse, then Lost Files 2, and finally Project X. By the
Project
time
X was so
released
hard.
and circulating, Ken had officially found and polished the sound he's now known for, crediting him with starting the wave of hyperpop and rage music mixed together. Ken Carson type beats started popping up all over YouTube, and imitators of course followed. But when you're the first artist to bring a sound to popularity, your name now holds weight. At this point, nothing could stop him. The only negative things his fans could say about him were his release dates. As we mentioned before, as far back as 2019, Ken was known for announcing things, but then never following through on the actual.
That sounds like the whole fucking Opium label. Them niggas talk about they give us a release date and then they never drop. Like, that's the whole Opium label. Like, that's the type of wave they're on. Like, they'll tell you they're gonna drop something, then they never drop. Like, that's Cardi, bro. The leader, the top honcho of fucking Opium literally tells you he'll release this date. Don't release. Like, come on, bro. What do you expect?
Date they were supposed to come out. And to this day, we're still seeing this, but it's hard to say if it's an actual negative though. At the end of the day, people only get upset over this because they want more music, and that's not really a bad thing. "2022 only featured 2 projects, which were Lost Files 3 and X, but by now he had already solidified
Those are 2 good projects. Both of them are good projects. I can't lie.
himself enough to take a step back and have larger gaps between releases. Both projects dominated the underground, and X would be his first tape to actually chart on the Billboard 200, showing the massive growth in a short period of time. And that's not to mention the countless features he had with others.
MDMA. MDMA is a great, that or Veteran. Fire, fire, fire.
Now, with his latest release of Lost Files 4 in January, it's safe to say he's leading the underground. Ken stays consistent with the amount of music.
I wouldn't say leading the underground because right now, since he's dropped I Need You. But right now, I feel like Destroyed Lonely is really doing his thing right now, bro. That nigga Destroyed Lonely is so hard. I feel like he's doing, but it's cause Ken Carson, like, you feel me? Like, I don't know, but that lone nigga just hard.
Music he drops, even referring to his Lost Files tapes as throwaway songs just to give the fans new music. But it's clear he's calculated in everything he does, because even these throwaway tapes are well put together and have an entire army of imitators trying to do the same. But the truth is, it took 8 years behind the scenes, making connections and trying new sounds to get where he's at today. We can expect that Ken Carson's gonna be a name we're gonna continue hearing.
8 years is a lot of fucking years, bro. That's a lot of years.
About when it comes to this new generation of music. But this is what he would want you to hear.
I tell you you can't do something. Try anything and everything you want to do because life is short or long. Do everything you want to fucking do. Knock that shit out, bro. Shit, if you like it, if you do, keep doing it. If it's something beneficial, you keep doing it, bro. It'll finally pay off one day, I promise.
Bro, Ken Carson's such a fucking great guy, man. That nigga's such a great guy. Like, that nigga has a kind soul, man. I hope he does the best, bro. For real, for real. Like, that nigga, he's doing good right now, but I hope he does the best. Great artist right there. We on to the next. If you like the video, check out my other YouTube channel. I'll do more videos like this. And yeah, we on to the next.